Hey guys, the Super Review Show here for another My Thoughts on Video. I know I did one of these a couple days ago, but hey, let's keep the ball rolling, shall we? Today's My Thoughts on Video is on the overusage of product placement in films. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, what are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about here's a prime example of product placement and how I believe it's overused in current films. Transformers, anyone? In Transformers, I believe it was 4, Transformers Age of Extinction, there's a scene where Mark Wahlberg is just drinking a Bud Light, like he's in the middle of a fight, so he just takes a quick swig of it. I swear to God, that the moment I saw that, I was rewatching Transformers movies the other day. I was like, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to bring this up with the overusage of it in films, to be honest with you. And let's face it, it dates back to the 90s or so, or even before that. But I feel like it's getting more and more usage today in TV shows and movies about how hey, just so you know, let's say they're at I don't know, aside from the Transformers example of Mark Wahlberg drinking a Bud Light, clear promotion for Bud Light. There was another example that was brought up not too long ago, a very obscure Arnold Schwarzenegger movie called The Last Stand. I saw it a while ago. It's a really good movie, but it just felt like a giant Chevrolet advertisement because all of the trucks in the movie, I'm not going to go with the spoilers, but basically the movie had the movie had so many trucks with Chevrolet logos on it. It felt like it was a Chevy commercial basically for the movie. It was nuts. I feel like product placement in Hollywood is getting a little bit out of hand, to be honest with you, to some extent with some films. I mean, yes, there's the iconic Wayne's World moment where he lifts up the Pizza Hut box. You know, that's just me. I mean, but has it gone too far in movies? That begs the question that I'm trying to raise right now regarding whether or not product placement has gone too far. And to be honest, I feel like it's not overly used, but I feel like it's being used more and more in today's filmmaking and today's TV shows compared to the 90s, 80s, etc. Ever since 2000 hit, there's things have been hey, here's this reference to this, or here's this HP computer that they're using, or their Motorola phones, if you remember that, or another Apple plug for they purposely has I don't remember the exact scene specifically, but I believe in Trainwreck, great movie by the way, Trainwreck with Amy Schumer, fantastic movie. Amy Schumer, call me, you're amazing. Anyways, there was a scene where Amy's boss, she's a journalist in the movie, and she has a MacBook Air. I don't think Apple was technically sponsoring that scene, but hey, at what point are we as audience members going to be this has gone too far? Let's face it, movies today, and primarily Transformers films, or not really the first one, but kind of, it's because it's car companies and whatnot are promoting it, the trucks and the Chevrolets and the Camaros. Or even The Last Stand with the Chevrolet thing again. Or I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this as well. So what other films out there? I mean, as I said, Trainwreck with the Amy Schumer, with her boss as a MacBook Air, or even in television shows like The X-Files. I was watching a couple X-Files episodes the other night, and I got to tell you, the show ended they brought it back in 2016, 2018. But in the late 90s, early 2000s, they had Motorola phones. And you could clearly see the Motorola logo. I'm at what part does this become too much of pushing and selling products in Hollywood films and whatnot? I mean, is it getting out of hand? I think the more we enter, the more we're in the 21st century, and we go to 2022, 2023, 2024. The more we go to the movies and whatnot, I'm pretty sure we're going to see more and more films like The Last Stand or Transformers Age of Extinction, or even romantic comedies have certain products in there, and they just they promote the product more than support the film. I'm all for having a Pizza Hut, like in Wayne's World, he's got the pizza box. I'm all for stuff like that, but when does it become too much? Honestly, I don't know. I think the audience would I think it's a small thing at the moment, but it could become a bigger thing down the line. I'm pretty sure that's how the case is going to be. But what do you guys have to say about this? Is product placement too much in films nowadays? Is it too little? Would you like to see more of it? Would you like to see less of it? Jump down in the comment section below. Love to hear your thoughts on this. But for all my thoughts on videos, keep it locked on the Super Review Show. The J-Man. Up to rock. We'll see you guys later.